Break the Board Sports Monday, baseball. Here we go. Click that like, hit subscribe. Some big games. Game 2s today. Phillies and Cubs look to avoid 0-2 holes. Phillies seemed like they were in command of game 1, and then all of a sudden a 3-run homer changed everything. Dodgers with a 1-0 series lead. As for the Chicago Cubs-Milwaukee Brewers series, the Brewers absolutely pounded the Cubs in game 1. So now game 2, let's go. Here we go, underway right now. Betting splits. Right now, Dodgers laying $1.30 on the road, plus 112 on the comeback for the Phillies. 53% of bets on the Dodgers, 47% on the Phillies, so kind of close there. But when you look at the handle, a little bit of a different story. 67% of the handle is on the Phillies, 33% is on the Dodgers. Now, that over-under 7.5. 81% of tickets and 89% of the handle is to the over. So a lot of over 7.5 love. We'll get into those trends a little more here in a second. The unders only taking 19% of bets and 11% of the handle in this matchup. Two southpaws will face off. For the Dodgers, it'll be Blake Snell. Blake Snell has been absolutely incredible. 4-1 with a 2.32 ERA. Over his last 5 starts. Now, he went up against Philly September 17th. 5-0 win. He went 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and 12 strikeouts. 12 strikeouts. Just absolutely incredible. Now, his strikeout prop today is over under 7.5, and it's actually juiced minus 132 the under on that. So, again, last outing, 12 strikeouts against the Phillies. Now, his prop is over under 7.5. He'll be opposed on the hill by Jesus Luzardo of the Phillies, the southpaw coming over from the Marlins. 3-2 with a 2.60. He's been very good himself as of late. Now, he has 2 starts against the Dodgers this year. The first one in April went good. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs allowed, and 8 strikeouts. But his last one, he opposed Blake Snell in that September 17th game. He went 7 innings as well, but gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, and only 6 strikeouts there for Luzardo in that one. If you go over to FanDuel, looking at his strikeout prop, over under 6.5, it's juiced a whopping $1.60 to the under. If you want to go over 6.5, you're plus 120 there on the over. If you're looking at Philly, over under, we talked about that. Sorry, excuse me, clear my throat there. Talking about the over-under being 7.5 in that game. Right now, Phillies team total runs over 3.5. The under is juiced minus 122. Over-under runs for the Dodgers, 3.5, juiced minus 150 to the over. I actually kind of like the Phillies over the 3.5 runs. I know that's kind of hard here to step in front of Blake Snell, but the Phillies here are in a must-win. They've had the upper hand on the Dodgers really and truly all year long. Now, the Dodgers, they're on an 8-game winning streak, 8 straight for the Dodgers, starting to hit their stride, kind of doing what a lot of people thought they were doing, just kind of sleepwalking through the regular season. I still have questions about that bullpen, though. Phillies 4-2 straight up over their last 6. But here's the thing with the Phillies, and this is why I like them tonight. I liked them in game 1. Really and truly, they had that game in hand, and then one swing of the bat changed it. But the Phillies are 10-4 the last 14 meetings with the Dodgers. They've owned them. And the Phillies are 15-5 straight up over their last 20. We talked about that under 7.5 getting a lot of love. But listen, the over has hit 4 of the last 5 games. However, 6 straight wins on the road for the Dodgers, as we talked about. 6 straight on the road, 8 overall. But the 2 things that I can't get out of my head, 10-4 over the last 14 meetings, the Phillies have taken the head on this. Now, I know right now, more tickets, less money means public. Less ticket, more money typically means pros. And that's where the Phillies set tonight. I know everybody, by the time this thing kicks off, it's early in the day right now, everybody's going to be on the Dodgers with lots of love, and rightfully so. But listen, if the Phillies go down 0-2, I can't see the Phillies being able to run off 3 in a row. I just think that's unrealistic. So I'll grab plus money tonight with the Philadelphia Phillies. Another interesting bet, I do think out of the chute, it could start out a little slow. FanDuel has a nice prop, minus 150 if you think if it'll be tied after the first inning. So I can definitely see 0-0 after the first inning. So maybe some good value there for you on that one. Cubs at Brewers. Brewers absolutely spanked the Cubs. And I feel like the Brewers are just getting absolutely disrespected. People kind of forget this is the best team in the National League. We're all talking about Phillies, Dodgers. But really and truly, Brewers put a hurting on the Cubs. They're laying $1.37 today, plus 113 on the comeback for the Cubos. 61% of bets and 53% of the handle goes to the Brewers. 39% of bets and 47% of the handle to the Cubos. Your over-under sets at 7.5. 66% of bets, 58% of the handle to the over. 34% of tickets to the under, along with 42% of the handle going to the under. Cubs 5-2 straight up its last 7 games, and they've went under 4 of the last 5 in that. Now, the over, when these two teams meet up in Milwaukee, the over's cashed 4 of the last 5. The Brewers cashed it themselves the other night. And then 7 of the last 10 head-to-head overall have went over the total. Milwaukee 5-2 at home over their last 7 games. When you look at the pitching matchup tonight, I think that over could be in play again. Imanaga is going to get the call for the Cubs. He posted 2-3, 6.51 over his last 5 starts. Hasn't been very good. His last outing against the Mets gave up 8 runs. Before that, 4 straight games giving up 3 runs. He last faced the Cubs back on August 21st. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs earned, 5 strikeouts for him. And then Aaron Ashby, the southpaw bullpen, getting a little love here. He'll get the call to start the game. 0-5 with a 4.24 ERA. Again, I think in this one, the over is going to be live, a live play in this game. Now, if you look at the player props, or sorry, not the player props, but the actual things that FanDuel puts up as far as you can get first inning, no score, and all that and whatnot. If you look, you have the Milwaukee Brewers right now minus 1.5 at even money. Cubs plus 1.5. All right, plus 1.5. You can get minus $1.16. So a couple different ways to look at that there. Strikeout props. Again, Ashby, a bullpen guy. I don't expect him to go very long at all. Over under 2.5. It's actually plus 154 to the over. Imanaga, 3.5 is his total. Plus 104 to the over. Minus 138 to the under. I don't think either one of these guys are long for the haul. Probably 3 innings max. For the Cubs, Imanaga, you just want to get him through the first round of lineup. I feel like if they could get 3 runs out of him, the Cubs would feel really good. Typically, once the second time through the lineup, that's where he starts to really struggle and have problems. You can also do some alternate run lines. I think the Cubs do put up a good fight. We saw last night the Mariners fighting back to get past the Tigers, but then we saw the Blue Jays absolutely whoop up on the Yankees. The Yankees got a little close later on, but really didn't matter. Right now, Brewers team total over 3.5 minus 132. I think there's some skinny there that you can mess with. The Cubs, their total runs over 3.5, juice minus 115 to the over. Again, I would look for Cubs over and Brewers over. I really think the over cashes in again for us in this game. A lot of unders have been the play so far in these playoffs. So today, I'm going to go with the Phillies on the money line, double unit, single unit on the tie after the first inning. Also going to look at the over in the Cubs-Brewers game for a single unit, and going to take the Cubs team total over 3.5 runs for a single unit. Those are going to be the plays. Click that like, hit subscribe. Check out the rest of our plays and our betting trends, helping you become a better handicapper. This is what it's all about, giving you trends and angles. Check out our Monday Night Football show where we break down the Chiefs and Jaguars. I'm your host, RJ Cash. Happy handicapping, and God bless.